Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and as we wait for the commentary team to come back into the nice, tasty little commentary box, some of the referees just starting to warm up again. We can see there in the middle of the field the Crown Lift Trucks Steedon branded football, and very lucky and proud to have young Selwyn Pearson next to us. And Selwyn, Crown Lift Trucks, mate, I understand you caught up with them a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, no, it's always good to catch up with nice people, and we had a great little chat actually.
Understanding that not just the selling of brand new forklifts going well for them, but their rentals seem to be going strong as well.
Yes, I've always thought that was a strong part of their operation anyway, the leasing on top of, alongside ownership, and it's another option which is marvellous actually.
It's always good to look, and I can see the old cogs are turning there in your mind there, Selwyn. Crown Lift Trucks, great supporter, not just the Fox Championship, but also the referees. And I know that you're working behind the scenes, getting some bits and pieces together for them, mate. And is there a chance it's going to be a footy match here, do you think, with the Warriors?
No, sad to say that's out the window. But you make a point, Troy, with Crown. Along with our other sponsors too. It's just, we're so lucky to have people like them around us, which is always a plus.
And in regards to the rest of the season, I know that they're pretty keen to come back on for 2022 next year. The feedback that you got from the boys, and some of the work that I know Corey's in the background working hard in the comms, on the social media, it seems like they're pretty keen around getting a bigger reach on their Facebook page. So if you're out there, ladies and gentlemen, help out with our sponsors, Crown Lift Trucks. Give them a like on Facebook. Let's try and build some of that numbers up. And if you're after wanting to rent one, where do you go?
There is nothing like a crown for picking it up and putting it down.
Well, you get it all here today. There's the football. You just heard in the background the horns going off as the teams get ready to come back onto the field. And as Corey Rosser joins us in the commentary box, and TJ's probably going to find himself a third pie for today. Hopefully he's bringing one of those home for his young fella. But a little bit damp here at Stanmore. But hopefully the next 40 minutes, the Raiders will be back into the swing of things as we wait for the Atatu Roosters to come back out on field. And here they come now. And the locals certainly giving them a warm welcome, Corey. It's always a interesting place to come and play, isn't it, the Raiders?
Yeah, they certainly love their footy up here, and big contingent. I went to go inside the club rooms before, and the deck's just packed. You actually can't get through. So, look, awesome to see such a big turnout, even in rather miserable weather, it must be said. But it is the home side with all the work to do in the second half. The Atatu Roosters, really pretty classy performance from them through the first 40, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, the energy from the Raiders, fast defensive line speed, getting up off the, trying to slow the boys down as fast as they could, and it's sort of probably webbed away there at the end. But as we get ready now, Mr. Kesher in charge. The whistle's about to be blown, mate. Back to you, brother.
So Ash gets us back underway with a high one. Claimed out wide, but knocked on, I think. So Hibiscus Coast will get first use of the football after that short kick-off to begin the second half. Tactic they have used with some success. Saw Phil Gordon walk past and shake his head, I think. Probably lamenting that error there. So scrum to pack down, and Raiders with the feed. Hickey jumps out and goes to the left. Te Atatu up quick to close things down. Hickey now comes back in field to Davies. Oh dear, Davies puts it down. And Hakaraya cleans up. So Te Atatu back on the football, and joining me for the second half, TJ Ashford. TJ, you've had your ear around the sheds at half-time, mate? What did you pick up?
It was actually interesting there, Corey. Both closed doors, so I had to be a little bit of a spy today, and one team offered up a little bit more in discussion than the other. So, listen, both teams were a little bit different in terms of their messages, obviously due to the current result. Hibiscus Coast was a bit more animated in their sheds. And the only thing I could really get from them in the talk was they just wanted a few more push support runners with the ball, okay? So that they feel that they're getting dominated in those tackles, and it's because they're lacking the energy around the ball. So that's pretty much all I can get out of Hibiscus. No one else wanted to have a chat to me on that one, unfortunately. Must have thought I was part of the Atatu Roosters camp. But speaking to the coach for the Roosters, they just want to work off the back of what went well for them in the first half as well. So picking certain channels and working them over. And also just the key fundamental stuff as well around their play the ball. So they found that a lot of their play the ball speed, obviously, when they're finding their fronts, led to good things at the back end of their set, and a lot of the other ones when they were put on their back was slowing it down. So for them, it's just more of the same that worked well for them in the first half, and also building their defence off the back of a good kick chase as well. So that's something that Atatu are looking at for the second half.
Good stuff. Thank you, TJ. Tell you what, as a spy, you're amateur at best, but might have to get your disguise for next week. Anyway, we're back into the action now. Raiders on the attack. Hickey goes to Davies. Davies with a little bit of footwork at the line. Wanted the offload as well. Didn't find it that time. Get the penalty now, and it'll go the way of the Raiders. Jones. Hickey jumps out, shakes free of the first, and then is taken down in front of the SAS uprights. Options left and right now for Jeremiah Pye. Nathan Ash, late ball at the line to bring in Hale. A little bit stagnant now from the Hibiscus Coast. Prescott, though, with a decent run. Another penalty here. And we'll go the way of the Hibiscus Coast again. Davies. How much pressure can they take here? Atatu camped on their own line. Hickey back in to Hale. Connell Bevan involved in dragging him down. They've lost yardage on that play as Hickey jumps out of dummy half. Pye to Jones, who's chopped down. Mapapalangi it was, who got up. Ash. Draws a little kick in behind. There's big bodies there. Mapapalangi might have gotten away. Oh no, there's been a knee collision as well. Jeremiah Pye has collected knees with someone there. I think we've got a try in the middle of all that. But concern straight away for Jeremiah Pye, who copped a bit of friendly fire there, I think. The kick goes in behind TJ, and it's well weighted. I think they had it covered before the old front rower just got mixed up there.
Yep, it's not the front rower's job to be picking those ones up there as well. I think he looks like he's just twisted his knee going down on that play there, and hopefully Wax Jeremiah Pye pulls out of that one okay. He's getting a little bit of attention there just off camera. You can see there he's a little bit injured there, but again, he's an experienced campaigner. They definitely need him on the field, and well done to the Raiders striking back first in the second half. They definitely needed that to stay in touch with this Roosters side.
They did indeed.
Again, Corey, they just come off the back of three defensive penalties there from the Te Atatu Roosters and back-to-back sets, and put in a lot of pressure on them on their try line there. They needed to cut out the discipline there and just complete the set of six there on defence and try and ruck the ball out, but failed to do so as that kick was successful from number 4, Taylor Raj.
Waipareira, Te Atatu Roosters 18, Coffee Club, Hibiscus Coast Raiders 10. We've got a ball game on our hands. As we keep an eye to see if Jeremiah Pai was able to take his place back in the line. He's still getting some attention here. Heavy strapping coming to the knee, so let's hope that suggests it is just a more minor sprain or twist. But never good when someone goes down clutching at the knee like that. To catch up with him pre-match, and he said, you know, I'm 40 years of age now. I tend to like coming off the bench more than I do starting. I pointed out to him that his former teammate Tavita Latu is 39 and looking as sprightly as ever. And to which he replied, yeah, but Tavita trains. So there you go. To Whairangi. Oh, they got off a little bit lucky there. Hiki bringing it in. Watsikatuli dishing out the punishment. This is a big period in the game from the Hibiscus Coast. Another try here. They really find their way back into the contest. Need to apply some pressure.
You can see there as well, Corey, as Hibiscus Coast are rucking the ball out. They've got bodies moving on both sides of the ball, which is something that they spoke about through in the changing room there. They probably need to maintain that for the next 40 if they want to come back into this contest.
Hiki links with Ash. Ash goes high out towards the sideline, and Janie Puata probably smart to just keep away from that one there. Always looked like it was going to bounce out, but not a disaster for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders, completing a set down there. Jeremiah Pai is in big, big trouble. He's almost unable to walk. So we'll see how much longer he's able to stay on the field. Loose ball. No one wants it from Te Atatu. Then it's knocked on. Here come the Raiders. Hale picks it up. Into a little half gap goes Hale. And over. Josh Hale making the most of the era. Powers through a little half gap. Over for the Hibiscus Coast's third try. And just like that, the Raiders are in touching distance.
Yes, we look at the Crown Lift Trucks instant replay there. Bit of deja vu for that one too, Corey. Te Atatu Roosters there just failing to show some urgency. They're still asleep back in the changing room by the look of it. And Mr. Hale just picks up the loose ball, and he's actually showed quite a bit of leg speed today too, Corey. He's made some good meters with the ball there, and again, just more want there and lack of want for the Te Atatu Roosters side. And Josh Hale gets over for his first 4-pointer for today.
So just in the background, Jeremiah Pai is leaving the field as we await this conversion attempt from Taylor Raj. So Wax's day looks like it's over. Let's hope there is nothing too sinister in that knee injury. Kick, bit of a shocker away to the left. So Waipareta Te Atatu Roosters 18, Coffee Club Hibiscus Coast Raiders 14, a one-score game. And TJ, it's the Raiders who have had all the running in the second half. They've come out with a hiss and roar.
Yeah, it is, Corey, and the Roosters just failing to kick into gear at the moment, and the Hibiscus Coast Raiders are just showing a little bit more energy with and without the ball. And you heard there, Captain Josh Hale just talking about going up Melbourne, meaning the middle corridor there, and he's asked to go through the block hole as well. So expect a bit of bodies going behind the ball here on each of the carries, and just, again, bodies in motion.
So Prescott will have the first carry. Met by some pretty good defence from the Te Atatu Roosters. And a high shot there on Waterworth. Nothing too sinister in it. He was in the process of falling, but a penalty nonetheless. So Ash finds touch up over halfway, decent kick for touch as well. Just waiting for the Steeden to get returned here. The Bull Boys must be off on lunch break.
We're actually 11 minutes into the second half already, Corey, and I don't think the Roosters have touched the ball once other than that pass from the scrum. So they need to turn this around, and again, the energy will start with their defence as we see it. Silly offload there, and Atatu get the ball and double knock on. But they just need to work on their defence there as well and their discipline, Corey. That's what's letting the Raiders back in this contest, and I'll be interested to see how they go now, leadership-wise, without Jeremiah Pye on the field as well.
Tell you what, that might be a big moment in the game there. That was all momentum for the Raiders. There was good talk, there was body language, and just try and force a pass. So it was at the point where momentum and the pattern of this game shifts back in favour of Atatu, who had the running for most of the opening 40. So scrum packs down, Scotty Jones tasked with the first carry. It's been good today, Scotty Jones, particularly in defence. Run out of dummy half. Hibiscus Coast now looking to amp it up defensively. Mapa Palangi, ball spills loose. That was a good shot put on by Sam Waterworth, who's featuring heavily. Penalty here, something a little untoward in the tackle, and we're going to have time off and a talking to. Mr. Casher says, I've seen enough, let's calm things down.
Interesting to see as well, Corey, and they probably need to get him back on, but Captain Jared Tua is no longer on the field as well, so whether or not it was just his time to have a rest, but they're probably lacking that leadership and that middle security there in Jared Tua, so they probably need to get him on the field here. He can play big minutes, so they need to probably get him out there to just secure that middle foundation a bit more.
Taylor Raj. He starts us. Mills through a gap and then dropped his lollies. So hand over ball. Mills knows how crucial that is. Just overheard the Hibiscus Coast trainer remarking to his coaching staff what is wrong with them. I think the message that's going out there obviously not quite getting through to the playing group. Another mistake. Words exchanged. So packs down, Hickey receives, goes straight to Carter. Carter now crabbing across field. Ragdolled to ground by Johnson, who's got eyes on the Gordon Tallis on Brett Hodgson. Not this time. Waterworth, chopped down low. Cale Johnson being very aggressive, but he's just received a warning for that, so does need to be a little bit careful as Davies charges up towards the SAS uprights. Still standing in the tackle as Davies. Hickey. Jones takes a settler. 55 and a half gone. It's the Roosters who lead 18-14. Hickey off a quick play, the ball jumps out, gets rid of Taulu. Burrows low, but they stop him just short of the line. Jones. Mills, the front row is kicking. Is that 6 again? Play on is the call. Now we've got 6 again coming from the sideline. Confusion reigns at Stanmore Bay. I think at the end of that we do have 6 again. Certainly what the touchy is calling, but I've got no idea as to what the eventual call is. It looks like it is 6 again. Jones. Hibiscus Coast putting all sorts of pressure on right now. Hickey jumps out, but Te Atatu alert to it. Ash to Kitty Ryan, pops it offload. Chance on out wide, stripped. Oh, Cortez Taulu. I think it's going to be called 2 on the tackle, but that was a huge defensive play. Take nothing away from Cortez there. That was a try-saving play, I dare say. 6 more coming up for the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. A valiant effort right now from Te Atatu on their line.
Yeah, they're doing everything possible to throw the contest away at the moment. Corey, again, with 17 minutes almost halfway through the second half, and they've only had 1 carry to date at the moment in the second half. So they need to show a bit of energy here, try and turn the ball over, and then just complete and kick to the corner, something that they are doing well in the first half.
Ash holding it up to Kitty Ryan into a little half gap. That's all he needs. Kavana to Kitty Ryan. Over in the left-hand corner, and we are locked up at 18 points apiece with a kick to come.
Yeah, as we look at the Crown Lift Trucks instant replay there, nice delivery by Hickey from dummy half. And again, Nathan Ash just finds some open space there in the fullback. And Kavana Tereri Ryan just shows a bit too much speed there for the winger and centre pairing for Te Atatu. So again, just building pressure on that try line. They've camped down here for the first 20 minutes of the second half. And they struck back with, I believe, 3 quick tries now as well, Corey. So they're back in the hunt as Hibiscus. Te Atatu just need to pull together here and try and work themselves back into the contest.
How important are conversions going to be? Te Atatu, I think, has only kicked 1. Hibiscus Coast have kicked 1 as well, I think. So Taylor Raj taking his time on this one. So Raj, with probably the most important kick of the day. The scoring's not done by any means, but does look like being a close one and a chance to give Hibiscus Coast the lead for the first time, and it'll be smack bam on the hour. Strikes it, and flags stay down. So it's Waipareira, Te Atatu Roosters 18, Coffee Club, Hibiscus Coast Raiders 18. Let's go to TJ and get a catch-up from around the grounds.
Yeah, a few scores that are coming now, Corey, and a couple scores have blown out now. Point Chevalier look to remain unbeaten, currently leading that contest 28 points to 4 versus Mangere East. And a big one here for us as well, Manukau Magpies winning against Northcote Tigers 26-0. So one more win after this week, Corey, may cement them in promotion for the first time in quite some time for the Manukau Magpies team. A couple more scores. Richmond Rovers have pulled back from a half-time deficit, 34 points to 22 against Papakura Seagulls. And another big one, Papatoi Panthers getting there, currently leading the contest against Manurewa Marlins, 22 points to 8.
Mills off the back fence. Crowd starting to come alive here at Stanmore Bay. Davies. Sam Waterworth. Mills again. Ash launches one high. Bounces between wing and fullback. Well cleaned up then by Taulu. Pewhairangi. Charging effort. Waterworth down low. Dyer takes them to within 5 of halfway. One tackle still up the sleeve here, I think. Pewhairangi's going to kick. Finds grass between wing and fullback, and there's a little bit of a decision to be made here. Well, it's going to drift dead. It's Kitty Ryan able to watch it over the line. I thought for a second there might have been a nice little foot race on. Hibiscus Coast now with a chance to work this football back off their own line. The weather, which has been a focal point of the day, it's really been a bit of a non-event, really. It's a very, very light drizzle out there right now, and I think even a little bit of sun starting to come through, so may have dodged the bullet in terms of the worst of it.
Yeah, that was a very good attacking set by Te Atatu as well, Corey. They just managed the first couple carries there, both by Cortez and Api as well. They were both strong carries, finding their fronts, getting quick to play the balls away, and Api again, the experienced campaigner, just getting a nice kick away. So they need to show lots of energy here with their defence, because their defence and discipline is what's costing them at the moment.
Ash. Oh, Cortez. Incredible effort to bring that back in. I don't know how he did that. Quite remarkable. Dyer. Buck Hall back on the field by the look of it. Pewhairangi hoists one high. Carter under it. Brings it in. Shakes out a one. Needs to stay away from that sideline. Manages to get to ground, so the game of chess continues. Raiders now bringing the football forward. Mills off the back fence. Ash to Jones. Good carry from Jones. Ash hoists one high. This will be a real tester on here. It's going to be contested. Tolu does really well. Beautifully positioned. If you are listening in the Hibiscus Coast Club right now, please let the person on the deck know that I don't think the opposition is inside the 10 every single play. That seems unlikely. And you could maybe just be quiet for a little bit. As Te Atatu now work the ball out from their own end.
Always in need of more referees as well, so jump on the website and register if you're keen to referee in the Auckland Rugby League competition. So we see a drop ball there coming out of yardage from Te Atatu.
Actually, if we've got a whistle around, I might take one to the guy on the deck. As the scrum packs down. So Ash to pack down. Tell you what, this is some comeback from the Hibiscus Coast. What an effort in the second half. Far from done just yet. Hickey to Mills. Ian Mills has been good in the second half. Another good carry. Ash to Davies. To Kitty Ryan, going low, he's got a second. Nathan Ash involved in the build-up, and Kavana to Kitty Ryan. Burrowing low, crashes over, and the Raiders have the lead for the first time in this match, 22-18.
Yeah, as we look at that Crown Lift Trucks instant replay there, Atatu just failed to assess the numbers on the short side. By the look of it, the runner got 2 or 3 there as well, and that's straight off the ruck. So Nathan Ash, experienced, smart footballer, just held that pass up enough to get that interest from David Dyer there, and the fullback in for a second try for today, I believe, to Kitty Ryan. Yep. He's played outstanding as well, Corey. So look, Hibiscus done well to work themselves back into this contest now, and there's been a change. Their front rowers, their bookends have come out in the second half, and they started the second how they did their first, so it'll be interesting to see if they can carry on that momentum. I believe both of them are going off for a rest now as well, so it's interesting to see if they can maintain that momentum for the next 20 minutes.
So another big kick coming up here for Raj. Do want to give a big shout out to the Hibiscus Coast volunteers and club people down here. Made us feel very welcome today. Seth Gleeson, who did a coffee run for us before kickoff as well, so a big thank you to all of the hard-working volunteers who have been down here in the rain all day. And great atmosphere down here today as well. So Raj. Another one away to the left. So premature celebration from the crowd there, but has not been a day for the goal kickers. Coffee Club Hibiscus Coast Raiders 22, Waipareta Atatu Roosters 18 with 12 minutes to play. TJ, we for a little while there looked like having a bit of a one-sided battle today, but we've got another thriller on our hands.
Yeah, I think Hibiscus have done outstanding to get themselves back in this contest, Corey. And again, Te Atatu they've been starved of the ball at the moment, and ill discipline and errors in this back end of this, or in the start of the second half, has cost them dearly. They need to work themselves back into it because the contest isn't out of reach at the moment for both teams. So I'll be interested to see when the captain Jared Tua is coming back on. Hopefully he hasn't picked up an injury as well, Corey, because they definitely need him out there at the moment.
Yeah, it's a great point to make with no Jared Tua on the field. That is probably no coincidence that's lined up with a bit of a drop-off from the Roosters. But hey, still time to save this game yet, as we see a big shot out of the line there from Boston Hakaraya. Johnny Faye back on the field. And I think Ian Mills is still on out there, so I'm not too sure on the front row rotation. Buck Hall, he's had a fine game, particularly in defence as well. So Hickey to Ash down the short, kicks back across the body, slips in the process. Takes a kind bounce at the back for Cheney Puata, who shakes out a one. Gets into a little half gap. Taulu hit hard there by Johnny Faye. Buck Hall in there as well. Miski working it back through the middle. Raiders tangled up in the play of the ball. Hakaraya goes to the line, then plays in Johnson, then Pawhairangi steps off the right, puts the fend on, cover coming across, and they do well to contain Uppy in the end. Jared Tua back onto the field for the Roosters. Johnson to Hakaraya. Hakaraya then swings it out the back to Miski, who gets chopped down. Big defensive play. And I think that was Sam Waterworth.
I just want to point out the number 3 for the Raiders as well, Sam Waterworth. Corey, he's been outstanding defensively today. He's got some experienced players, and A couple of years ago, David Dyer was classed as one of the best outside backs as well coming through the system. So he's done an outstanding job to keep him quiet today, and he's made some of those tackles already. So well done to Sam Waterworth.
Yeah, it's a great call. There's been a few big moments in this game that have involved his name. Mills lines up for another one. People consider this Hibiscus Coast team to be a skilled team and play off their speed, but I tell you what, their bookends have been fantastic today, as has Buck Hall, as we see a offload back to Hickey. And a penalty. Do you think about the two? You haven't been able to kick one all day, pretty much. So they're going to tap and go. Kick for touch, actually. So Jones, he's added a bit off the bench.
Yeah, I don't know if it's his haircut there, Corey, but I've noticed him today as well. He's played outstanding.
To Kitty Ryan, hunting a hat-trick. Yeah, there is something about the hair flying and the contact. It's tend to make players stand out a little. It's Johnny Five, burrows low. Jared Tua, brilliant. Forward is the call anyway. So Roosters, 90 metres to travel.
Yeah, the Roosters have just been outplayed, out-enthused in the second half too, Corey. They came out asleep after the long half-time. It's not normally only 5 minutes break here, but with the live stream they got 10, and they were just a little bit slow out the blocks and unable to string together some back-to-back sets at the moment.
Jones. Scotty Jones wanted the offload. Karaya, chance on out wide. Doesn't go to plan. So Raiders back on the football now. They'll get another use of the ball, Atatu, but and a penalty for repeated scrum infringements. Surely you take the two now. Okay, we're going to kick for touch.
Yeah, I just heard the message there as well. They just want to at least finish it in the corner here as well, Corey. So they're playing the long game. They're going to make Atatu. They've struggled all second half to bring the ball out of their own end so far. So it looks like Hibiscus will be playing that same tact on this one as well.
Yeah, well, and a good point made there as well. The kicking the goal does mean that you have to start back down the other end of the park, and field position so valuable right now. So Ash to Johnny Faye. Bumps one forward. I've got to say that their bench has been excellent today, Hibiscus Coast. Just looking over it, there really has been some impact there. George Prescott had a good stint as well. So Hickey to Ash. Ash directs play traffic back to the middle via Buckhall. 13 on 13. Jared Tua pins him to ground 5 metres short. Dancing back in field now. This is Courtney. Hickey. Wide to Ash. Carter. Shocker to Nathan Ash. Oh, dear, oh dear. So they'll turn the ball over now. It's a poor pass, which Ash never really had a chance to bring in as Taulu gets driven back.
This is the set here for Te Atatu, Corey. They either need to get a repeat set here or build off the back of a penalty because they need to, as we see a nice little break here through the middle.
Cheney Puata, who's looked pretty dangerous for much of the day. Miski to Pifairangi. Pifairangi says, I'll have a run. Eventually taken the ground. It was Nathan Ash that got him there. Miski now jumps out, shakes out a one. Looking for an offload, finds one. Was he on the ground? Play on is the call. Then goes to Hakaraya. Back to Pifairangi. Tua. Ball is put down. Two and a half to play by our count. That is not the official match clock though. To Kitty Ryan, as my colleague Troy Hardy takes great pleasure in my slip up.
Throwing darts at you, is he, Corey?
Hibiscus Coast, the message will be complete the set. It's all that matters at this point. Johnny Faye charging up through the middle, might be involved in the tackle. Just short of halfway right now, the Hibiscus Coast. Courtney. Met by Jones. Last coming up now for the Hibiscus Coast. Goes to Ash, who buries this one down to the corner. Great game management, Nathan Ash. Says, Te Atatu, if you're going to win it, you're going to win it by having to go 80-odd metres. So 1 minute on the official match clock, which means our clock is almost perfectly in line. This will be the only set for the Te Atatu Roosters. Pifairangi shuffles it out wide. Watseka Tuli contained, and maroon jerseys swarm. A few tackles to play with here, Te Atatu. Mills up with good contact. Goes Miski to Tua. You'll need something more than this. Watch for Api Pifairangi. Maybe Cheney Puata up through the middle. What have they got? Dyer holds it up. Breaks on out wide down the left-hand side. Maroon jerseys arriving. Pops the offload back in field. It goes to Hall and the Hibiscus Coast Raiders with a famous come-from-behind victory. 22 points to 18. They win this one over the Te Atatu Roosters. What an effort from the Raiders. Their third win of the Crown Lift Trucks Fox Championship campaign. You can see how much it means on screen. Joy for the Hibiscus Coast. A missed opportunity for the Te Atatu Roosters. It is the Coffee Club. Hibiscus Coast Raiders 22, Waiparaira Te Atatu Roosters 18. We'll be joined by the captains pitch side in a few minutes' time. Joining me now, captain of the Atatu Roosters. Well, Jared, a missed opportunity there, mate. Where did it go wrong?
Oh, mate, it just come down to incomplete. We started that first half almost error-free. Credit to their boys, they hung in there. All they knew to do was just hold the pill. And congratulations to Hibiscus and their home crowd.
You spent a long time off in the second half, mate. You nursing an injury or just part of the game plan today?
Yeah, I'm not too sure what went there. I guess we were just trying to give our boys a little bit of game time. Unfortunate, but hey, that happens. That's football. And again, big ups to Hibiscus. We've been in their position before too, so we understand how good this win is and to their home team. So full credit to them, and I'm sure we'll see them again.
Jared, thanks for joining us. All the best.
Cheers, brother. Thank you.
Right now joined by Victoria's captain, Josh Hale. Well, Josh, what a game, mate. Sum that one up for me in words.
Yeah, no, it was a good one, man. We knew it was going to be a tough assignment coming into this week. But, just really stoked that we could pull it off. The boys have been working really hard. And we know we deserve to be up here. And we've proven that a few times this season. So, just got to stay consistent, keep doing our thing.
It must have been some heck of a halftime speech, mate. What was said?
Yeah, no, it was. I think a few of the boys just G'd up. There wasn't one individual speaker that was doing it all. I think we all knew what we needed to do. So, we've done that. We've done that before this season. We have the ability to come back in the second half and work like that. That's one of our strengths. So, yeah, man, just stoked as with the result, happy as, and yeah, good to do it on TV.
Awesome, Josh. Thanks for joining us, mate, and all the best for the next few weeks.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, that concludes our coverage. We're back in action next Saturday, aucklandleague.co.nz for all of the details. We'll see you then.
That's what I'm talking about. Wait. Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.